In many parts of the world, it's not unusual to see a sign outside a property indicating the presence of a security system. Now, when your system has been installed by a particular company, they provide signs in the shape of a stop sign that announce protected by Brinks or Guardian or ADT or some such thing. Now, announcing to a would-be thief the specifics of your security system may not be the wisest of choices. So there are plenty of less specific signs that simply warn that this property is protected by a security system. Some folks add a bit of humor into the mix. I've seen doormats that say, "My neighbors have better stuff." And yard signs announcing, "My guard dog can make it to the fence in under 3 seconds. Can you?" Or even a more ominous notice, "You are no longer a trespasser. You are now a target." And then some people get right to the point with a sign featuring a pointed gun warning that due to increased ammunition costs, there will not be a warning shot. Well, I've got some good news for you this morning on the protection front. But before we go on, I want to say welcome and thanks for joining me today. The goal of Mornings with Bishop Robert is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know him and his word personally and better. Hey, if our time together today speaks to your heart, it'd be so helpful if you'd like this video and then share it with a friend. Today's verse says, "You bless the righteous, O Lord. You surround them with favor as a shield." Now, some places in the world are safer than others, and some places require more deliberate attention to security. I find myself in those kinds of places with some degree of regularity. Now, of course, it's wise to take precautions and do the things that are necessary to protect yourself, especially in high-risk environments. While traveling overseas, I've been in vehicles where loaded rifles are strategically placed and ready for use right next to the seat. There were times it was necessary for me to borrow helmets and body armor before traveling to a specific location. And as necessary as those things may be in certain circumstances, the bottom line is that the protection of the Lord is the most reliable of shields. I remember standing in the Israeli desert, just a few miles from the Gaza border. I was shooting a video documenting a project where thousands of new trees had been planted. That's when Gaza began shooting missiles into the Israeli town of Sderot, just over the next hill. Well, I dropped to the ground and I began calculating where I could find protective cover as we ran to our vehicle. But my cameraman encouraged me to stand up and keep recording. He said, "The footage will be much better with a missile attack in the background." Nope, you can't make this stuff up. You and I live in a world where our enemy is out to destroy us. And he's constantly firing his missiles at us, flaming darts of accusation intended to undermine our faith in God and our relationship with him. Our enemy attacks by telling us that, "Oh, we've blown it for good. God will never forgive you for that terrible thing you've just done." He'll say, "Your marriage is over. Your family situation is hopeless. Your life is worthless." Lie, 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 lie. That's all he ever does. But we never know when his missile attack will begin. And when it does, we can feel as exposed as I did standing on a hill in a desert, 3 miles from the nearest building. I'm so glad our God is our hiding place. He's the one who protects us from trouble. King David wrote in one of the Psalms, "You are my hiding place. You protect me from trouble. You surround me with songs of deliverance." He knew that God was the one he could count on when his enemies mounted attacks against him. He was safe. So safe, in fact, He could sing out loud. We need to be reminded of what David knew so well. The Lord who loves you and me is a shield around us. He's our glory, the one who lifts our head when the battles of life get too heavy for us. When we don't have the strength to keep pressing on, He's always close by and ready to help. The Lord gives His people strength. The Lord blesses His people with peace. You bless the righteous, O Lord. You surround them with favor as a shield. Well, when you're standing alone somewhere and the missiles of attack start flying, just say to God, You, O Lord, are a shield around me. You're my hiding place. You protect me from trouble. And when you do, He'll give you strength. He'll give you peace. He'll direct your steps in wisdom. How protected are you? Well, you're so well protected that no weapon formed against you can prosper. So well protected that God will work all things together for your good, no matter how those things look right now. If God is for us, who can be against us? I mean, He who did not spare His own Son, but gave Him up for us all, how will He not also give with Him, graciously, all the things we need? With Him. That's the key. How well protected are you? Well, if you're with Him, you've got nothing to worry about. Before you go, can I ask you to help me with something? I told you my goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them to get to know Him and His Word personally and better. And I could use your help. So please like this video to help more people see it. Click the button that says follow next to my name so you and I can get together every day. And I'd love to meet you in the comments section. It's also a great place to leave a question. One more thing. Share this with a friend, would you? Because you and I are a team touching the hearts of people with the love of Jesus all over the world. Thanks for helping.